Alright, y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it's worth. Let's get this merch. Subscribe to the PDH Network. Alright, y'all see what we got going on here? As y'all see the thumbnail, y'all read the title. Under the thumbnail, yeah man, today's video is dealing with you guys. Or should I say the PRE ops, who happen to be Yo Gotti and his guard dog Blac Youngsta. So yeah man, y'all see the title. Yeah man, look like your boy Yo Gotti then put Blac Youngsta on Young Dolph PRE affiliate who happens to be CEO Jizzle. The reason being, if y'all not familiar with the story, because about 2 weeks ago, I want to say the 9th of January the 5th, your boy CEO Jizzle catch Lil Migo at an airport, the same way Grove Hero caught him lacking. And what do CEO Jizzle do? Got him for his chain. Then the next day, CEO Jizzle goes on social media, posting him with Lil Migo chain on. You know, he got a lot of likes, laughs, and giggles out of that, right? But at the same time, like I told y'all before, man, when he posted himself with that chain on, yeah, when he did that, he just admitted that he committed a criminal activity. So all eyes was on him, either from the laws or the ops. A lot of people started looking his direction. A lot of people want to know who was that took Lil Migo chain. Especially for those who are not from Memphis. But the cats who are from Memphis, they already know of CEO Jizzle. You feel me? They already know the background of CEO Jizzle. Now don't get me wrong, he a real street cat. But at the same time, Lil Migo, he does have family in the streets as well. And one of the family members of Lil Migo happens to be an OG out of Memphis. So he was the one that made that call to Yo Gotti and Blac Youngsta and told them, hey man, you better get my nephew chain back. So dealing with that, you had people who thought that Yo Gotti and Blac Youngsta paid for Lil Migo chain back. But nah man, that's not the case at all. Like I informed y'all man, Lil Migo, even though he may be from the suburbs, he got a lot of family that's in the streets. Yeah, the same family that didn't like how CEO Jizzle posted himself with Lil Migo chain on. Posted himself with Lil Migo chain on all over social media. So y'all best believe the family of Lil Migo that's in the streets, they seen that. And that's the same family that called Yo Gotti and Blac Youngsta to press CEO Jizzle for that chain back. And like I said, one of those family members is his uncle, who's an OG in Memphis, who's connected to Yo Gotti and Blac Youngsta. See, Lil Migo uncle is the reason why Lil Migo is even signed to Blac Youngsta. Because Lil Migo uncle, he been knowing for a long time that Lil Migo, he was trying to get into the rap industry. Now, you did have Grove Hero even state himself that he tried to plug Lil Migo with Young Dolph back in 2019-2020, before Lil Migo had even signed a deal with Blac Youngsta Heavy Camp. So around the same time that Grove Hero was trying to link Lil Migo up with Young Dolph, Lil Migo uncle ended up coming through with a phone call from Yo Gotti, to where Lil Migo had a meeting with Yo Gotti, and Yo Gotti told Blac Youngsta, hey man, put him under your camp. Again, Yo Gotti, he's only doing this as a favor for Lil Migo uncle, because again, Lil Migo uncle, he's a real OG out there in Memphis. But again, this still goes back to the story of Yo Gotti, he had the sickest guard dog, Blac Youngsta, on CEO Jizzle for Lil Migo chain back, man. See, I told y'all before, man, I didn't think it was a good idea for CEO Jizzle to post that he had snatched Lil Migo chain. If you gonna do it and not post it. Don't post that you just committed some criminal activity on social media, man. Like, what else you think gonna come from this? You either gonna have them people with them handcuffs, or you gonna have some guys that's connected to Lil Migo that's gonna pull up on you. As always, let's pay our respects and say rest in peace to Young Dolph, condolences to his family, and much love to all my folks in Dolph land. See, the thing is, this is what I want y'all to know, man. See, the thing is, I always wanted the young cats in Memphis to have a choice to be on PRE or CMG and not choosing sides based on what side of town you come from or who's connected to your family. Because everybody in Memphis should have the same mentality, and that's to prosper. I know you're going to have a lot of those who not going to carry that mentality. What I'm saying is, don't spoil the whole batch because a few individuals have a messed up mentality. Again, my guys, it's a lot of undiscovered talent in Memphis. So let them young guys choose who they want to be under, either PRE or CMG, because it's still all love in Memphis. I told y'all before, man, it seemed like these young dudes, they asking for the street beef. And we all know if Young Dolph was here, this would have never happened, because Young Dolph, he don't approve of none of the cats that's around him to engage in no criminal activity, man. If they do it, they gonna do it on their own time. And Young Dolph, he gonna have a talk with them about that, to let them know, hey man, don't limit your resources or your opportunity to get out the hood because you're going to do something for likes and attention. That ain't cool from my standpoint, because again, man, everything we put down, the youth pick up. So dealing with CEO Jizzle, even though he may think it's cool to chain snatch and do all that, but at the same time, he got somebody watching him. And they gonna grow up and do the same thing. And it may be a young dude that's in his family that's watching him, or just another young dude that's a next door neighbor that respects CEO Jizzle. So he gonna mimic and copy every move that CEO Jizzle does. See, what I'm trying to tell y'all is, y'all not paying attention to who's really watching you. I always let y'all know, hey man, you gotta be aware of the things you're doing. You gotta be aware of the activity that you engage in and the people that you're around, man. Because every action has a domino effect. And I really don't think people understand the magnitude of that. So that's why I was one of the ones that say, no man, CEO Jizzle, that wasn't cool for you to post that you had got Lil Migo chain. Yes, even though you're gonna have a good amount of people that say, yeah man, that's what they get. CMG and Heavy Camp was always doing something to the paper route artists. But y'all have to ask yourself, is this something that young Dolph would approve of? And I don't think he would. Young Dolph will always prove a point in a product that he put out. Basically what I'm saying is, young Dolph was one of the ones that let the work speak for himself. So yes, while you had your Gotti brother Big Jook and a guard dog Blac Youngsta being extra to try to get under young Dolph, it never worked. Yeah, I know you got some folks who like, so what if a PRE affiliate snatch a Heavy Camp artist chain? Knowing all the BS that CMG/Heavy Camp goons been doing to PRE affiliates. So they feel like, so what if CEO Jizzle pull up to Lil Migo and snatch his chain? Again, knowing the history of CMG and PRE, and knowing that Big Jook, he was hiring a bunch of young cats to snatch a few of the paper route artist chains. So that's the reason y'all seen Straight Drop, CEO Tizzy, Jeremiah Taylor, OG Bang Wayne, all these guys with the paper route chains on, knowing they wasn't affiliated to paper route. Now, at the time that was happening, that did have young Dolph feeling some type of way. But guess what? He never reacted out of emotion, because he understood his position, and that would be a very illogical thing to do, is react on emotion. So that's why young Dolph, he'll let the work speak for itself. But his paper route affiliate, CEO Jizzle, I don't believe he would have did that if young Dolph was still here. But at the same time, these young dudes have to understand, for every action, there's a reaction. And not only that, and sometimes a lot of these dudes, they do stuff for attention, but they not actually prepared to face the consequences and repercussions. Yeah, my G, you got some folks also saying Blac Youngsta, he need to sit down and promote his artist. Because Grove Hero promoted Lil Migo more than Blac Youngsta did. Matter of fact, these folks can't remember the last time Blac Youngsta promoted J9 No music or even Lil Migo music, you feel me? So while the people in the comments talking about, yeah man, Blac Youngsta, he do got some artists on his Heavy Camp team. But again, he's not promoting them. He's not even doing no collaborations with those guys like young Dolph did with the paper route artists to make those guys more noticeable to the public. But that's not what we seeing. Only thing we see Blac Youngsta do is link up with CMG. He do not link up with Heavy Camp to put out no music. The only reason Blac Youngsta will link up with the Heavy Camp is to go at the paper route artists. But it's just us. We as a people, we limit ourselves from going further. This has nothing to do with another group of people. This is all us. Young Dolph being set up, TakeOff, Chicago's own Duke the Jeweler, Nipsey Hussle, Mo3. The list goes on and on and on, man. Especially pertaining to the guys in the rap industry. So that's one of the main reasons why y'all have to pay attention to the folks y'all hang around, man. I don't care if you've been knowing them for 20 years. If they not right, get them away from you. Because that's going to be the same person to bring you down, man. The reason why I'm bringing that up, because we can get further together. You feel me? So you have to think before you act. And at the same time, you even got some folks that's saying, yo Gotti brother Big Jook and they guard dog Blac Youngsta, they staying out the way because they reading the headlines and they seeing the news on social media pertaining to them having their hands in the cookie jar behind setting up young Dolph. So while the CMG/Heavy Camp affiliates is trying to stay out the way, you got people that's still waiting on that trial date. Yeah, y'all already know what I'ma say. Always be aware and always stay prepared. You feel me? But hey, we got more in store. As always, y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it's worth. Let's get this merch. Subscribe to the PDH Network.